Hey there, this is Andrew, and I have something really exciting to bring to you today. But first, I want to introduce my my I would say guest, but he's on here so often. Mark. Hey, Mark, how's it going?
Hey Andrew, it's going great. Going great. I'm excited about what we're here for today.
Yes, indeed. So what we have is a spoiler from Mass Mutations. So if that is something that you don't want to see, then uh, you know, stop. Stop the video. You don't want to see it.
Please
Uh,
do not watch.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Can't unsee. But um, what happened is some folks from Germany they had pre-ordered some starter boxes for Mass Mutation, and uh, due to now because of the coronavirus, most of us are not going to get Mass Mutation when we originally thought we were, and so we are eagerly awaiting. But due to some, I guess, mistakes, it sounds like these guys in Germany got theirs early. This playgroup got their starter sets early, and this is what I love about the KeyForge community. They could have just kept that info to themselves. That would have been perfectly reasonable. They could have, you know, done their own thing with it, which also would have been perfectly reasonable. But instead, what they did is they've taken the new cards that they've encountered going through these decks, and they've given out one or two each to a lot of different content providers, including me. So I get to share this with you, and if you look around, you can find lots of other KeyForge channels that will also be sharing cards like this that all came from this playgroup in Germany. The person who was my contact and sent the deck or the card to me was Jonas Vincent Martin. But it sounds like it's him and a group of people. So just like what a neat thing to do for the community, and really setting an example. And thank you so much to our German friends. Um,
Definitely. Yeah, huge thank you, guys. This is really exciting.
yeah. So without further ado, let me go ahead and switch here to show my browser, and I will pop open the card. So I'll start with just the art here. You can see that it is an untamed card, and it has a draw bonus icon here, but this is an enhanced thing, so it won't come with that by default. Um, but it happened to be on the card in this copy in the deck that they got. Um, and yeah, I don't know. What do you see, Mark?
Well, it appears that there is some sort of small creature in Untamed. Obviously, small creatures tend to be pixies or fairies
Yeah,
or like something like that. Next to a flower. Not sure what it's doing to the flower, but it appears to be blue.
it looks like it
Uh,
might be extracting dark amber from the flower. I don't know.
I, maybe this next set, that's a big deal. So
Yeah,
that could be it.
yeah.
This is very suspenseful.
All right. Cool. I'll go ahead and scroll down, and you can see that the name of the card is Dark Fairy. Um,
Ooh.
it is a two-power creature. It is a mutant, and I believe, based on the name and the fact that it's a mutant, that this must be the mutant version of Dew Fairy.
Ooh, very interesting. Man, yeah, I could definitely see that. Has four wings just like that, has two legs, two arms, so just like Dew Fairy,
Two
but
legs and
it,
two arms.
yeah. Yeah, it does look like a very mutated version of Dew Fairy. And I believe it has a similar flower at least in the art.
Yep.
Um, Definitely drawing some parallels there.
But whereas the Dew Fairy seems to be enjoying, well, dew that the flower has collected for it nicely, the Dark Fairy seems to not care for the well-being of the flower as it
Yeah.
extracts. Um, and scrolling out more, we can see here it is 2 power. It's not elusive. Instead, it has skirmish and
Ooh,
fight gain 2. So a similar effect there in terms of gaining amber, but a little more punchy.
definitely more punchy. A little bit less survivey.
Yeah,
But with how much, um, I guess, damage that can be put out by just a single card that spreads out everywhere. Dew Fairy never was long for this world, even though it had elusive.
true.
So I don't think it has a ton more or a ton less survivability,
Hmm.
but it like being able to put out 2 damage and gain 2 amber is actually pretty awesome. I like that ability. We'll see how it works into the mass mutation meta. Um,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think this is in a similar slot as far as like creature power and fightiness to Bat Drone, and it has a similar effect. It is a 2 amber swing. Obviously, with Bat Drone, that's from stealing 1. Here, it's from gaining 2. But either way, it is a 2 amber swing. So I think this compares uh, really nicely with Bat Drone.
definitely, or Umbra,
Yep, yep,
because we're
that's true. They're the
we're
same
equal
thing.
opportunity comparers here.
Yeah, I might be a little biased toward the robots. Um, so, yeah, a couple other things I was thinking here, as I was looking at this earlier. Um, I thought, oh wow, this is so weird for Untamed to have the fight, but I ran the numbers and oh, let me see if I can pull this up here. Where did I? Okay, yeah. So this is across all sets. The number of I checked for each house the number of cards that have the word fight on them. Um, and can you guess which house has the most?
mm, Maybe Saurian? Does Saurian have the
It's
most?
no, it's not. Oh, come on, come on.
Brobnar.
Yes, yes. Brobnar has
It has
39.
to be the big boys.
Yes, yes. Across all 3 sets, Brobnar has 39 cards that have the word fight on them. Uh, Sarian has 13.
Okay, wow, that's a
Um,
big difference.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And yeah, Sarian is pretty fighty too. But actually, um, Untamed. Well, Sarian, you got to remember, only has 1 set's worth of cards, so
Right,
they
right.
have a
That's true.
disadvantage there.
That did not cross my mind.
Untamed though has 16, which is a bit more than Shadows at 14, um, or Mars at 15, or Logos at 10, or Dees at 13. So Untamed actually has a lot. Star Alliance has the second most at 27, but
Oh
20
my goodness.
but 25 of those are play fight reap. So they don't count.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is
or at
ridiculous.
least fight reap. They're at least fight
Yeah,
reap. So
yeah,
those don't count. But Untamed, only one of those is fight reap. So all the 15 of those are actually like cards that only care. They have an effect that cares only about fighting. Yeah, next to probably Brobnar and Sarian, I think Untamed is like the next most fighty house actually, which I don't normally think of. So this isn't
yeah,
too far out of the way for Untamed.
yeah, definitely not. Man, that's really cool to see. So it definitely looks like it fits into the theme then.
Hmm.
The overarching theme of Untamed. That's awesome.
Yeah, but definitely a twist in the fairy's life.
uh, yeah, yeah. The fairy does not look as happy or joyful
No,
anymore.
no. I have to imagine that this is not where Dew Fairy's mother pictured pictured them ending up, years down the road.
Definitely some bad choices here.
Yeah. Um, cool. Anything else you want to call out?
Well, let's see. Well, you know what? Like, uh, I liked. attention a little to the artist name.
Yep.
Girma Moses. I don't know how to say it. Artists do like should get a lot more credit
Uh huh.
when it comes to this art. Like the art on this card is super awesome. That's something I could never do. I don't even know where to start. I would draw like a stick figure, uh, stick figure dark fairy or something like that with a round circle flower with some
Sure, and
petals in
you'd get a
it.
lot closer than I would. So we don't even want
Yeah,
to think what I would come up with. Yeah.
yeah. I think that Keyforge is a great like all the art in Keyforge is just awesome,
Yep.
and FFG does a job picking out the artists and making sure that the right stuff makes it onto their cards. And this is another one of those. So great job.
Yep. Yep. I agree. And yeah, and this is a different artist. Dew Fairy was, I think, Regis Torres. It says here. Um, whereas Dark Fairy is, like you said, Girma, or I think Girma Moges probably, but who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yep.
so yeah, well, and like I said, if you saw this and you're stoked and you want to hear other people talk about new cards, um, go searching around the Keyforge content verse, and I guarantee you can find some more. There's been some posts in the Facebook group with people sharing what they've put up, so you can find it, and I'm sure somebody will collate it all eventually, and that's cool. But
Mm-hmm.
take this opportunity to go exploring the audio visual crucible a little bit and see what you can find.
Love it. Love it.
Cool, thanks, and until next time, get out there and forge those keys. Well, don't get out there, but get
Yeah.
on the
Please.
get on the internet.
Social
Maybe the
distance yourself,
Crucible,
please.
not Kip, because they shut it down. But get on the Crucible and forge some keys. Thanks.